Welcome back. In today's episode, we discuss whether your business is moving forward or going in reverse.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast
with your host, Thor Conklin.
Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy.
Today's question comes in from Kevin in California. Kevin asks, how do I know if I'm changing fast enough for the world and the market around me? That's Kevin's question. Now, he may be talking about his product or his process. I'm not sure, but we'll address both here.
Well, first of all, he's definitely not changing fast enough because he's still living in California. And if you're paying those tax rates in California, you're definitely not changing fast enough.
We love you, California.
Hey, I love California too. I really do. I'm heading out there in 2 days. But the tax system out there is absolutely excessive. So lots of friends, lots of clients, business owners are moving from California to Nevada, Florida, and even Puerto Rico is becoming a big hub now as well. Why? Because if you can reduce your tax bill, that money goes where?
Back to you.
Back in your pocket. What's the purpose of business? To put money in your pocket. How do you do that? You've got to serve your customers at the highest level. But so many people forget that the idea of being in business is to earn money, to put money in your pocket. And all the time, you give me that kind of look like,
what do
really?
they think it's about?
Oh, it's about social consciousness. It's about, giving my craft and my unique gifts to the world. I mean, I love that. I mean, that's what I do.
Right.
But if you lose sight of the fact that you're in business to earn money, you're going to find yourself out of business.
Number one driver.
Yeah, that's called a hobby. That's called a charity. That's called pick a name.
Okay.
But it ain't a business. All right, so are you changing fast enough? Well, this is what I can tell you. I can't answer the question whether you're changing fast enough, but I do find that most business owners don't change fast enough. And the reason is, one of the biggest reasons is success. They start doing something and they're successful. And it's kind of like, that when you're in high school or something and you played sports and you had that lucky pair of tube socks, for the game. Don't change out the tube socks. I got to have the same socks, so it's my lucky charm. I don't want to jinx anything. And people do the same things over and over and over again. And in today's environment, if you are not moving, you are not growing, you are not changing constantly, you're going to wake up one day and find yourself years behind. And the sad part is, once you realize you're behind and you're trying to catch up, you're done.
But don't you think that's a fine line between not following the new shiny penny?
Oh, yeah.
And also changing enough to keep up with a market that has a different appetite or has a growing, changing appetite? That's a tricky balance, I think.
It is. Now, what I'm suggesting here is not to abandon what you're doing, but constantly learning new things.
Right. Okay. Adding.
Right. I mean, if you were one of the people out there that said, Facebook is going to be a fad, I don't really feel like getting on that, I'm not going to do anything, and you were 8 years behind, you're too slow. Continue doing the business that you were doing and start to implement some of these things. Here's what it mostly comes down to. A lot of successful people get into the trap of, I know what I'm doing. I don't have anything to learn. And they shut everything off. They got their degrees, and then that's it.
And they have some early success.
Early success. You need to be reading. You need to be going to seminars. You need to have a coach. You need to have a mentor. You need to be out there talking. I talk all the time to kids, millennials, that are in their early 20s. I want to understand what's going on in that market.
Right.
There's things that they're doing and the things that they're seeing that, quite frankly, my generation's not doing. I want to know what that is. So I'm on the front side of the curve, not the back side of the curve. So, Kevin, I hope that helps you. If you need a address or contact information for a realtor in Florida, just let me know.
In California first. You got to sell your house in California. No, that's not true. I think mostly it's about staying alert, right? Don't fall asleep at the wheel of your business. If you see your competitors doing something, whether you want to ultimately adopt what they do or don't, at least look into it.
Yes, and I'm always a big proponent of not following what your competitors are doing, but figuring out what your customers' issues are. I'd much rather you do that than follow somebody else, because following someone is not going to get you ahead of them. Talk to your customers. What do you need? What do you want? Where are your pain points? What can I do to serve you at a higher level? Those are the things you need to go do.
Truly. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.